Hello there, parents, staff, and students. Today, we're going to dive into something that's incredibly important, your digital safety. There's a whole new wave of really sophisticated scams out there, and they're aiming right at students. So in this explainer, we're going to show you what these threats look like, and more importantly, how you can protect yourself.
Okay, let's just jump right in. Take a look at this. This is a real message that students are getting right now. A remote job, great company, awesome pay, flexible hours. I mean, it seems perfect, right? Well, that's exactly what the scammers want you to think. But this isn't a job offer. It's a trap, plain and simple.
This is what we call a phishing attempt, and honestly, they are getting dangerously convincing. These scammers, or bad actors as they're known, design these messages with just one thing in mind: to trick students into giving away their usernames, passwords, and other sensitive personal info. You know, learning to spot these isn't just a good idea anymore, it's absolutely essential. And it's not just text messages hitting your phone. As you can see right here, they also show up as these super professional-looking emails. So the way they get to you might be different, but the strategy, it's exactly the same. Dangle an offer that's just too good to pass up, all to get you to lower your guard.
You know, these scams work so well because they're basically tailor-made for a student's life. Work from anywhere, make great money, and have a schedule that actually fits with classes. But look at that last point. That's the real game changer. Thanks to AI, all those classic red flags like typos and bad grammar, they're disappearing, making these scams so much harder to spot at first glance.
So you have to ask yourself, why are they going through all this trouble? What's the real prize for these scammers? I can tell you, it is not just about getting into an email account. The actual goal is way more alarming, and it even has a name.
And this leads us to a huge problem, not just for students, but for colleges and universities too. We're about to pull back the curtain on the true endgame of these phishing scams: the creation of what the experts are calling ghost students. A ghost student is pretty much what it sounds like, a digital phantom. It's a totally fake identity that scammers build using stolen, personally identifiable information, or PII. We're talking social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, all the critical data they need to fake an identity and fraudulently enroll in a college. Now, to really get a sense of how big this problem is, just look at this number. This is not some small-time operation. In just 1 year, a staggering 20%, that's 1 in every 5, of all community college applications in California were found to be fraudulent. All of them tied back to this ghost student scheme. So what happens next? What does the scammer do after they've created a ghost student and actually gotten them enrolled in a school? Well, let's break down their playbook.
It's a pretty simple but devastating 3-step process. First, they fish for your data with those fake job offers we saw. Second, they use that data to create the ghost student and get them into a college. And third, they use that fake enrollment to steal money and cause all sorts of chaos.
And the damage they cause is just massive. As you can see, they steal thousands in financial aid. That's taxpayer money that should be going to real students. They use that trusted.edu email address to make other scams seem legit. And maybe the scariest part, they can use their network access to try and break into the entire university's system, putting everyone's data at risk. Okay, we've seen the threat, and it's pretty serious. But now for the most important part. How do you protect yourself? And the good news is it really comes down to 3 simple but super powerful rules. Okay, rule number 1, verify the source. If you get a job offer you didn't apply for through an official website, just assume it's a scam. Rule 2, protect your personal info like it's gold. Never, ever type your social security number or other sensitive data into a form from a link you just got in a random message. And rule number 3, be skeptical. It's the oldest advice in the book for a reason. If that offer for huge pay and no work seems too good to be true, it is. When you boil it all down, this is what it all comes back to. Technology can help, sure, but the single most powerful defense you have is your own awareness. Being alert, questioning things, and just thinking for a second before you click. That is how you stay safe. Your vigilance is your greatest shield. Thank you so much for joining us and for taking this seriously. It's a partnership to keep our community safe. The digital world is always changing, so please be sure to follow us for more updates and info on keeping students safe online. Stay aware and stay safe.